NFL. And coming up, we're going to see Leonard Fournette. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Bucs and the Falcons, and it's coming up next.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Well, for a little bit, we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
For 1 month, many people thought they'd seen the end of the greatest quarterback career in league history. Of course, there were others who expected Tom Brady to come back, and he did so 40 days later for a 23rd NFL season. Leading the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns at age 44, he showed that he's as good as ever. But of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, it's Lombardi trophies or bust. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Now Brady. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Less man prep for Chris Godwin than other receivers of his ilk around the league, but he quietly put up 1,100 yards last season. The Buccaneers certainly noticed, and they handed him a new contract extension to continue being the catch magnet that he is. There's another one right there.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week: 19 carries, 114 yards, and a score.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Brady finding Godwin there for Buccaneer first. The Bucs at 3-1 here through the first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Brady's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game. And who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now?
Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former 2nd overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota at their 25-yard line. Now Mariota. That's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Play fake. Mariota. Being chased out left. Nice move at the 40. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield, creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Fournette, a first down carry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Fournette once more on second down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again on second down. Brady and Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And that'll make the score 14-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket. Beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, and down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. On second, here's Algier. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. That quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
Taking on the midfield logo. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the draw, this is Fournette. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Throwing now is Brady. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
they're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. And that one makes it 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Take it in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady to try again after the pick 6. And a catch right side by Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Brady now to throw. This is caught by Evans. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A draw play, Bernard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Right back to Chris Godwin. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady across the formation. He finds Godwin. And the Bucs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding it over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
Brady going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
This Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otton with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point put through by Succop, and it's now 21-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and Cade Otton capped things off with a touchdown grab. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front. Jameis Winston has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Justin Herbert with a touchdown pass. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be. But halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. The opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long here for Mariota. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. "33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. Found a little. He's out to about the 37. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Brady. This complete to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, in their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame, get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now Brady. Evans has it left side.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, here's White. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw is Brady. This is White on the screen. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Up the gun, Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Touchdown! Chris Godwin from 10 yards out. And the Bucs take a 3-touchdown lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not superhuman.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Fournette. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Brady to throw. This is Miller, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
First down, Mariota. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. From the 45 on second down, Mariota. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A first down throw for Mariota. Flushed out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Mariota. Incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Falcons on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Mariota. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Bryan Edwards from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. There's Evans again, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Well, Leonard Fournette, not a guy to shy away from contact. He can lower the boom on you when he gets ahead of steam, and that was a heck of a run right there. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Fournette. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A handoff to Fournette. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Brady gives this to White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him 6 yards and they do convert on third. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. There's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So for the Bucs, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem.